Welcome back to Power Teacher Pro training for Avon Local Schools. This is video number 4, and we're going to look at grade calculations, how to change from a total point into a weighted system. The philosophy or the decision to change into a weighted system is merely upon the teacher, and I'm not here to sway you one way or the other, just simply to give you the tools in order to do it if you wish. So I'm in my gradebook, and I'll show you where I got to. Power Teacher Pro. Remember where we left off last time we were here, under grading. We look at all the different things in grading, and they tell us reporting terms, categories, traditions, and things. Whenever we want to do a setup, we have to make sure we're in settings. Traditional grade calculation. Now, I'll collapse everything. Each class is independent. No class acts globally, but we'll be able to copy to a global situation. Now you notice I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 classes, and I have a flex time here, which is not going to be a graded situation. So I have 5 classes, and I will not be paying attention to 5B. So if I look in period 1, Y1 is a term weight, whereas every other quarter and the final exam is a total point. You as a teacher have the ability to change the weighting system in Q1 through Q4 and E3 or E1 or E2, depending on your situation, but not Y1, S1, or S2. So inside of here, I would prefer to have a weighted category system going on in each of my quarters, and I could change that per class, per quarter. So maybe I want a lighter weight at the beginning of the year, and then as the term goes on, in the second half of the year, I want things to ramp up slightly. You could certainly do that. I'm going to show you how to globally change everything, though. So I'm going to go to quarter 1, and I'm going to go to those total points, and I'm going to go to actions, which are going to be edit. Under calculating types, I'm going to change from total point to category weight. I have 3 different categories that I utilize. Individual mastery, which are my exams, progression, which are my quizzes, and engagement, which is my classwork, homework, anything that you do that is not an assessment. So I'm going to start with individual mastery. I'm going to give it a weight of 50%, and I'm going to add another category. I'm going to go to category weight again. This time, I'm going to add progression. Progression is going to be worth 25%. I'm going to add a third, which is going to be my engagement, and my engagement is going to be 25%. If you look, my percents change. At the same time, I want to do a drop low score. And if you look at drop low score, and I'll remove these so you don't see any of them, I want to drop 1 assignment from each of my values. So yours will start with none. You'll have nothing. If I go to drop lowest overall, that'll be from all categories included. I can do drop lowest by a simple category. So I'm going to do by category. I'm going to change this to, I'm not going to drop an exam score, but I'm willing to drop a quiz score, and I'm willing to drop some kind of homework or whatever your engagement is. So I'm going to do progression. I'm going to do a drop low. I'm going to add another one under engagement. So I'm going to allow them to drop 1 of each. I have my weight set for my quarter, and I hit save. You can notice in first period class, I have now modified quarter 1 to be a category weight, but I haven't done anything with the rest of the quarters, nor have I touched any of the classes. It could be daunting to do each one of these individually, but lucky for us, we have a nice copy feature. So in the copy feature, I'm going to go to the gear, which is up at the top right. I'm going to hit copy traditional grade calculations. I'm going to have to do this in 2 levels. I'm going to have to, first of all, copy inside of period 1. Then I'm going to take all of period 1, and I'm going to copy it to all of my other classes. So I'm going to go within a class. I'm going to choose period 1. I'm going to go to my reporting term, which is Q1, and I'm going to change 2, 3, and 4. I'm not going to weight my examination at this time. There are years I do weight my exam, and I'll tell you how or why I do this. If I have a single assignment for my final exam, I do not weight. There's no point in it. I just leave it total points. However, if I have multiple assignments for an exam, maybe part A and part B, or exam 1, exam 2, and I want to equally weight them, then I will go in and I will create a category situation in which I'm weighting assignments inside of my examination. You have the ability to weight your examination. Now, that will only be for the E3 or the examination grade. It will not affect the overall weight of the year. Again, Y1 is controlled by the Board of Education. I'm going to hit validate. Notice it says these are the things I'm about to change. I hit copy, and you'll notice that my Q1 and Q4 are all now category weight. If I want to verify and click in, I see the weights, and I also see the drop low was added. Now I want to take all of period 1, and I want to give it to period 2, 4, 6, and 7. I go back up to copy, but this time instead of within a class, I stay at another class. I go the term, I'm not going to just copy quarter 1, I'm going to copy the entire year. I'm going to choose period 1 because I want all of the quarters that come from term 1 in first period. I'm going to choose the class it's going to. In my terms. I'm going to send it to 2023 term, and I'm going to send it to all classes, but remember, I'm going to take away that 5th period flex time because that really didn't count for anything. So what I'm doing is I'm sending my 2023 setup from my first period class, and I'm sending it to all of these classes here. I'm validating. It's showing me what's going to take place in every class. I'm going to hit copy. And now if I open up and I look at 4th period, they're weighted. 6th period is weighted. 7th period is weighted. And if I look back at my infamous 5th period, they are still total point and unchanged. You can change classes individually. You can change quarters individually. You can change examinations. What you cannot change is overall year calculations. In the next assignment or the next video, we'll come back and we will work with assignments, making, copying, deleting, and even giving them to individual students.